This is a story I heard from my friend at university. A man, we'll call him K, got whiplash in a car accident and decided to convalesce at home for a week. K was married, but his wife was also working, so he was all alone during the day. For the first few days, he enjoyed the freedom, but when the third day came, boredom began to set in. Still, he had to stay in because his injury kept him from going anywhere. Then one day, past lunchtime, he was watching TV absent-mindedly when he heard heavy stamping noises and children's voices from upstairs. He didn't pay much attention to it, although he wondered if they were on a school holiday. The next day, he again heard the same children's voices, around the same time as the previous day. It sounded like they had 2 children up there. The place where Kay lived was a large apartment block, but in spite of that, it tended to be very quiet during the day. The children's voices, therefore, echoed loudly in contrast to the quietness of the surrounding. Kay, however, did not feel annoyed, but was rather glad of the distraction and the break that it gave him from the eerie silence. The next day, Kay, feeling bored and not motivated enough to cook lunch, ordered some pizza. The pizza, which arrived within 30 minutes, turned out to be too much for Kay, so much so that he left one whole pizza untouched. Usually, he would keep any leftovers for his wife, but this time, he remembered the children upstairs and, willing to do something kind, he decided to take the pizza to them. Kay had no idea who the occupants of the room upstairs were, but rang the bell on the door anyway. He heard something stir inside, but there was no answer. He rang the bell again. He felt someone was looking at him through the peephole. "Who is it?" a faint voice called out from behind the door. Kay explained he was from the room below and that he had some pizza left from his lunch and wondered if they wanted it. The door opened a crack. It looked unusually dark inside the room. From the gap about 5 centimeters wide, a woman appeared, revealing only half of her face. "Thank you very much, but we don't want it," the woman said coldly. It was a little too dark to discern her facial expression. Kay suddenly felt he was somehow out of place, like he shouldn't be there. However, he tried to explain to her that he wanted her to give the pizza to the children. A lukewarm air breezed out of the door. He smelt an unpleasant odor. In an instant, 2 children's faces lined up below the woman's face. The door was still open, just a crack. The dull eyes of the children stared at him. The 3 faces were forming a line. "I see. Then I will accept your kindness," the woman said. When Kay put the pizza box through the gap, a hand reached out right from the side and snatched it away. The 3 faces were still staring at Kay. "Thank you," he heard the faint voice again. Kay quickly left the place. He felt spooked. In the corner of his mind, he sensed something was seriously wrong. The image of the children's faces had left a burning impression in his mind. Faces. He felt a chill down his spine. Faces. They were forming a line. His pace quickened. He wanted to get away as fast as he could. He waited for the lift, but it wouldn't arrive. Forming a line. Vertically. On top of each other. He pressed the button again and again, but the lift still did not come. He turned to the emergency stairs. His head throbbed with pain. He began to feel nausea. Just as he opened the heavy door leading to the emergency stairs, he felt eyes on his back. Turning around, he glimpsed, about 10 meters from him, the same 3 faces looking at him from the corner of the corridor. Like before, they were showing only half of their faces and staring at him with their dull eyes. The cold daylight shining through the windows illuminated their faces. No longer caring about his neck, he frantically ran down the stairs. Although the health-conscious Kay often used the stairs instead of the lift, and could even run up 4 floors in one go, he felt as if no matter how fast he ran, he would never reach the ground floor. Faces lined up, on top of each other. That's impossible. That means there are no bodies. And the strange things I saw behind the faces were hands, holding up the heads. He ran into the nearest convenience store and asked the people there to call the police. The police came and searched the flat, and found the bodies of the mother and children in the bathtub. The bodies were headless. According to their findings, it had been 3 days since the heads had been chopped off the bodies, and the husband, who turned out to be the murderer, was found hiding in the wardrobe, insane. He insisted his family was still alive. There was terror in his eyes, but the police did not know the source of his terror. What's up, everybody? This is the Lone Wolf here. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed my narration of The Children Upstairs. If you did, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing, especially if you're new to my channel. Hit that bell for notifications and join the Lone Wolf Pack. If any of you guys have a personal story or recommendation for me, or you just want to talk, there will be a link to my email, my Twitter, my Discord server, and my Instagram in the description. There will also be links in the description for all of the music artists that I used in this video, along with each individual track that I used for those of you interested in the music. And last but certainly not least, if any of you guys have any ideas or tips for me to make my videos even better, please leave me a comment or send me a direct message. Until next time, stay spooky. And remember, the hunt begins when the moon is full. See you soon.